Hello people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, but there are a few things I want to say. Number one, I'll not be playing any of the music in this video because it's copyrighted. And number two, I just haven't been uploading because I just don't have any motivation. I know I'm like trying to upload, but it just sort of feels like my will and want to make YouTube is going away. But it actually has been starting to come back now lately. I don't know, I just haven't really been that much motivated lately. But other than that, let's get on with the video. Metallica Reload is probably one of my favorite Metallica albums. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's radio rock instead of thrash metal, like what Metallica usually does. Personally, it is one of my favorite albums of all time. I actually have it right here. Upside down. I have it right here, and I have listened to this album so many different times, and it is just the best. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a full ranking of every single song on this album. So let's go. Okay, so before I get started with this ranking, I'm going to be ranking these by how good I think this song sounds, and I'm going to be ranking them in order from best to worst. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, so starting at number 1, we got The Memory Remains. Now, personally, I really like this song because it has like a very good melody. It features Marion the Faithful, but I like the vocals on this. The singer sang like James Hetfield did a really good job at singing the song, and he did a really good job with the guitars. I really like that sort of a ding, ding, like, you know, that part. But I also really just like some of the lyrics, the message. It's all really good. Probably my number 1 favorite. Okay, so for number 2, we got Fuel, which is the first song on the album and by far the most popular. This song doesn't feature anyone like the last song did, but this song has a lot of melody to it, and it just features like a lot of intense strumming on the guitar. And personally, this one is another really good favorite of mine. Probably, if not, I'd say The Memory Remains and Fuel are on par as probably one of my favorite in this album, because they're just like really good, really influential, and I just really love Fuel. It's just such a powerful song. It makes you want to run, to be honest with you. It really does. It makes you just want to run like 6 miles. This is how good it is. Okay, for number 3, you got The Devil's Dance. This song is another good one. It's a very basic song. I know how to play like bits of it on the bass, and I know how to play it on the drums. So this song for me is a personal favorite. I can tell a lot of the singing is pretty good, and a lot of the melody and rhythm. It's very basic, but that's what I like about it. Like, just the main like power chords feel so intense on it, and it just feels so relaxing to listen to. I know a lot of people don't listen to heavy metal music, but personally for this song, I don't know why, I just really like to listen to it. And this song is also maybe not as good as Fuel and Memory Remains, but personally, this one is a really good favorite of mine, and up there. Okay, so for number 4, this one is more towards the bottom of the album. Where the Wild Things Are is a very good song, because I really just like the chords on it, and I really like how it's played out, and I really like the sort of like the message. It's kind of sad. A lot of these songs on the album are like very sad about like their lyrics. I know like songs like Unforgiven 2 and like Kryptonite Baby, those songs like contain like really powerful lyrics, and that's some of the stuff that I like about this album. It's very powerful with its message, and it's very influential. Specifically this song, it's pretty good, and I really like how it's being played out throughout it. It's very basic as well, not really too much going on, but that's also like another good thing. It's not trying to be anything more than it is. I know some songs are good at doing that, being like very powerful and very like moving, but this one is just like calm, but also like very kind of like sad in a way, and it just feels pretty good, you know. Next up, we got The Unforgiven 2. This one is probably Metallica's only love song. It's about like not being able to forgive your lover and all that. This song personally to me is just very powerful, even if I never really experienced stuff like this, even though I never experienced stuff like romantic relationships or whatnot, but I really feel like it drives home. It's very powerful, and I just love sort of like the singing to it. That main like chorus, it's different. Trust me, you should listen to it. I wouldn't say it's that good, but it's just pretty good, like pretty powerful, you know. Basically most of the songs on this album. Okay, so for number 6, we got Better Than You. This song is a really good song to me, but it's sort of okay. it's sort of up there, but it's not really that good. I mean, I like the "better than you" and part, and I also like some of the lyrics, but it's kind of a pretty slow song, pretty basic, and but in a good way, sort of in a bad way. It's hard to describe really, but this entire song, it just feels very good to listen to, and I'd say it's more towards the middle, just because it's not it doesn't personally. I'd say it's more towards the middle because it personally doesn't stand out that much to me, like how songs like "Fuel" and "The Memory Remain" is how that stood out to me, and how like some of this song, it kind of fits in with the rest. A lot of these songs on this album are pretty similar, and a lot of these songs are like pretty basic. I can tell that Metallica was definitely experimenting when they came into radio rock, and it's definitely interesting to see. So for number 7, I'd say Prince Charming is another like one of those basic songs. It doesn't really stand out to me, but I also do like the lyrics. I do like how it plays out, and I do really like the song, but not enough to place it over "Better Than You." And that's kind of like a quick review of this song. It's Slither, and Slither is not really necessarily my favorite song. It's okay, and it's just kind of like it doesn't really like stand out. It's kind of a basic song, but in a sense that it's not better than any of the other songs, because even though the song's basic, it just doesn't really have that much to it, personally. I know you guys have some of your own opinions. Some of you out there, probably no one who's watching this video, but people out there probably must love this song. But personally, for me, it doesn't really stand out that much as a very impactful song, and it's just not really my favorite. Next, you got Carpe Diem Baby. Again, with like the last one, I haven't really listened to this song too much, like a lot of the ones lower on the list, because I just don't really like them. And I just don't necessarily like find these impactful. A lot of these other ones, and they're just not really my favorite personally. I don't have much more to say. And that's basically what it is for like the last few ones. So for Bad Seed, Low Man's Lyrics, Attitude, and Fixer, they're all necessarily at the bottom tier of my list. Not like I don't hate them, they're just not my favorite, personally. And that's what I really love about this album. There's no songs I hate. I know there are a ton of songs I hate in this world, but there's none that ranks particularly I dislike. And this album, sure, there are songs I just don't prefer and I just really don't like, but this album is like probably one of my favorite. Sure, a lot of songs are kind of basic, but I think that this album is probably very influential and I've listened to it a lot throughout my life. It's a very like important album to me, and that's what I love about it. And that's basically it for this ranking. Hope you like it, and I'm out.